Oh. Announcements. Wait, are we up? We are up. At everybody. The weekend stream begins. And party balloons. Or maybe this one. It's a good emoji. Okay. All right. Here we are. And let's, I know I'm gonna want to open up this to duplicate it. Okay, so gotta start making some decisions for, I guess we're going here, huh? Gotta start making some decisions for Moscow. Look how totally empty we are in Moscow. Let's see. Okay. It's in here somewhere. Nope. Nope. Is this? Nope. Where is it? Nope. Where the fuck is it? Is this it? This is it. This is Moscow. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that nobody. Okay. Moscow. Let me see. Just need to get angled. Totally didn't even see if I was framed up. There we go. Just webcam. Moscow. Alright, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Don't feel too great about this design. But I figured there could be some iteration. And I'll figure something out. It's just this place is fucking huge. This place is huge. What I have planned here is a lot. So I'm just gonna try beating it out in 3D, and hopefully that works. And if it doesn't, at least I have something to start adjusting, and you know, just a starting point. All right. So let's go to minimize that. Here we go. Simple. Scooch this all the way over. All right. Where to begin? I think first, gonna want to put down. I can't tell where this sits. Okay. Turning snapping on. Let's see. All right, there we go. This No. Okay. I'm just so afraid of commitment. Okay. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just do it. We need an NPC boy over here to give me some reference, character, NPC. Come on, dropping them in. Go back down to simple. Clicking on this, and this will go in Moscow level. Okay. So we have 3 things. The chess park, Gum, and the hotel. That's all there is. So I'll block out this chess park. Let's see. The chess park I imagine being a very similar size to the park in DC. Maybe something like this is fine. And it's relatively narrow where they play their chess. I'll have 2 tables on either side, and the trees will be there too. Okay. I think what I could do too is like jack these little tables from Morocco. Bar Tangier, cafe, let me see. I want these. Table. Duplicate it and then pop it into Moscow. And bring it over to Moscow. Alright. Nice. That's where we want it. Ish, actually. We want it over here. Pop it up on there. You know what I'm gonna do is like I think this is the what is this? This is just kind of nothing. I'm gonna delete that. We're gonna do one piece of this world at a time. Okay. Table. How do people sit? I think it's like that. Let me see. Morocco. Oh no, we want Moscow. There's Gum. I don't remember if I took any screenshots. I did not. Okay, that's fine. We'll just wing it. I'm gonna put these tables something like, do they go that way? I think they do. And like this. Like that. Cool. And we're gonna group them. Group selected, call these chess tables. And Mechalina says, yo, what's up, Mechalina? How's it going? What is up? Group these selected, call this chess park. Okay, and then gonna get these chess tables, dupe them, and let's see. I guess it could be something like this. Like that. 8 tables is enough. That's good, right? 8 tables, that's pretty good. Or more. RenderForest_6 says hello. Hello, RenderForest_6. What's going on? What brings you here? Day job stuff for next few hours. Sad faced. Oh no! Not day job stuff. No. I'm teasing you. That's too bad, because it would be dope to work on personal stuff. But hey, I've been doing day job stuff for the better half of my day too. Doing Playmaker stuff. That being said, I do very much enjoy my day job. So it's probably a different situation. Maybe, I don't know. Do you enjoy your day job? The sad face leads me to believe otherwise. I didn't know you were the Hutong guy. Wait, what? You didn't? Are you joking? Or do you mean that you just figured out recently? I can't tell if you're doing a bit. I think I am gonna make this at least 10 tables. Let's try this. Duplicate. It's 10 tables? 10 tables is good. That's nice, I like that. I figured it out last week. That's funny. That's funny. I've only recently become the Hutong guy. That's a recent development. You know, it happened towards the end of last year, mid last year, when we first kind of struck up a deal. Because I thought you just started learning Playmaker like a year ago. I did. I did. Like I just said, I only first met them towards the end of last year, and I had only been learning Playmaker for a few months at that point. Yeah, it happened very quick. Wow. Yep. Wow, indeed. My life changed very quickly. Okay, so we have our chess park kind of set up. Let's Scoochy Doochie with Shannon Strucci. Shannon Strucci, by the way, is a great video essayist, I guess, is what she might be classified as. Public figure of sorts on cinema, pop culture. RenderForce_6 says, what should I do because my 3D model keeps falling through the map? RenderForce_6, make sure it has a collider. Make sure that collider is not set to its trigger. And it's likely that you need a rigid body on it. I'm not sure what kind of methods you're using for your items to simulate gravity, but it's likely you need a rigid body. And then make sure the ground itself also has a collider that is not set to trigger. Okay, so chess park, chess tables, all this here, and then where are these trees at? There they are. What kind of trees we got in Moscow? Ugh, kind of allergies. Okay, got those like short bushy ones. I like that. A lot of those actually. Don't really have that here. I'll just drop some of these in. It's all temporary anyway. Life's just temporary, man. Something like this is good. Right? Something like that. Okay. Like this. How spaced out? Give him some space. We'll give him some space. Six trees at the park. Generic trees. These trees belong in a museum. Chess Park. And then we duplicate those. Scoochie Doochie with Shannon Stucci them over. And we'll put them here. Group selected, call them. What collider should I add to it? Okay, renderforest_6. It sounds like you need to take a beginner's tutorial. I highly suggest that you go over to Hutong and just take our first-person player controller tutorials. It's 3 tutorials. No, it's an ever-expanding one, so you can learn how to do movement, to do interacting, like opening doors and stuff, or pushing buttons, how to grab objects, how to drop them, how to throw objects, all sorts of stuff. So go check that out. It sounds like you need some, you need the absolute beginner stuff if you're asking those kinds of questions. Trees. Okay. Rigid body collider, make sure trigger isn't on, I think. That's correct. But then Render Forest is asking what collider, and it's like, it's just so circumstantial, you know? Like it just, you'll know the collider is right for you once you've made a few things. It just depends what kind of collider you need. Here is our chess park. Okay, that's looking all right. And then we're gonna put a street over here. So I'm gonna duplicate this, bring it over here like that, bring it down a notch, and the street will be about that big, I guess. Let me see, maybe make it like this. And then, oh, you know, it needs a sidewalk. So let's move this over more and make this longer. There we go. Cool. And then I need a sidewalk for the other side. So this goes right here. Boop. And then boop. I think this could be the whole stretch of the building, actually. Yeah. Let's do that. Okay. That's where our building will be. And the front of the building, now we have to start looking at this stuff. Let's see. I don't know what the front of Goom looks like. Hold on, where are my slippers? I kind of imagine something like this out front. Goom. Is it gum or is it goom? I feel like it would be goom. The architecture alone is gonna fuck me. It's gonna be much more difficult to Or much more work, I should say. It'll be easy, but it's just gonna be, or it'll be simple, but it won't be easy. Like this. Here we go. This is kind of what we're looking at. Something like this. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So I'm honestly just gonna slap a door on front of this mamma jamma. One door? You know what I kind of feel like the style would be? Is like a few doors, like 3 doors. 3 doors down. With little separations in between. Not in Morocco, but in Moscow. Level. This needs to be taken out. Here we go. And this also needs to be taken out. Chess Park. Let's collapse Morocco. And taking this and this. Group selected. Calling it GUM. And this. Well, let's put a wall with it first. Let's see. I guess like that's fine. And you take these, dupe them. Like that. One more time. I guess that's good right there. Oh no, one more. There we go. Okay. Then get this, duplicate it, bring it over here. Okay. We want it to be pretty centered up with this. Let's just make it like right there. Is that good? Like that. Cool. Coolio. So this is the front of GUM. And the sidewalk will be bigger, like this. It's gotta be a very spacious kind of place. I feel like Moscow is gonna be the most empty, sort of wide kind of space. So after we have the front of GUM, we're gonna wanna build up the stairs and stuff and the bridges. Alright, fuck it, here we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. I think I got it. You want these stairs. I'm actually gonna shade it in wireframe just so I could see some of these things better. Or actually, just can we do wireframe? No. What's a albedo? This is fine. So these stairs are right to your side when you walk in. They're a lot wider. And let's They're directly to your side when you walk in. Just like this. Okay. And maybe even a little wider. Let's bring our boy over here. Get an idea. That's actually good. That's a good size, nice and wide. And scrunch it up, make them a little bit more narrow. $75%? What were they at before? 1.25? That's too steep. 1 is good. That's good. And then we need a platform for them to step onto. No. This one. Dope. Then we take this and this, drag it into Goom, group selected, call it the staircase. Staircase. Duplicate that, spin it around. Bring it over here, scooch it up. And a little off to the side. There we go. Cool, 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 cool. Is that how, I feel like this, our staircase is going much higher? Or no, that actually does seem right. They're like triple the height almost. That's good. I think that's pretty solid. When you get up there, I guess to some extent, this is gonna have to be some creative freedoms, right? So I'm gonna take this platform, dupe it. Hey now. Oh. Cool. And now I think we just need to duplicate the staircase. Let's see. Let's find out. Duplicate it and invert it. Let me see. It's at 1. Let's do -1. Crazy. Can't believe that works. Okay, we got our stairs. And then up top, we just need... Oh. they just pretty much go on after that. They kind of have this weird turn. It's pretty weird, actually. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this duplicate, because in here, you still need to just make this turn thing. Duplicate, bring it up here, spin it. Okay. Bring it back here, I guess, and then stretch it forward. Not crazy about this solution, but it'll do. Duplicate it, bring it back to this, and then put this right here. It'll do because eventually I'm gonna be making my own assets, and overriding this shape is gonna be fine. This is fine. Okay. And I think that's how much room we want, right? Let's see. Let's bring this guy over here. Pop him up on top. Okay. Yeah, that seems pretty good. How wide are these things? Not too wide. Could be a little bit more though, huh? Maybe something like this. There we go. That's it. That's pretty good. And this gets moved to compensate. Height. Nice. And what about walls? Put up these walls too. Yeah, I guess so. God damn. See, this place is already like so much work. Wait, are these shops like that narrow? How far in do they go? I guess they go out more that you just can't see. Do I have any other Goom pictures? Right here. Okay. Alright. How big would this shop be if it extended all the way to right here? And then if we threw one of these double doors. Or actually, what if the door was right here? Okay. Do you always build out your level environment in Unity, or can you also do that in modeling software? I used to do it almost exclusively in modeling software. Like I did all my stuff in Cinema 4D, and then I would bring it over. But I've just, ever since I've sort of like taken the idea of gray boxing seriously, I used to just be like, yeah, I'm sure it's fine, it works for some people, but I don't need to do it. But then it's like, shit, you know, you could save a lot of time, because so many of my projects where I just tried modeling the thing first, you're like hard coding in the shape of a place, you know. So it just makes sense to do this now. It just makes sense for so many reasons. Yeah, I think probably after this project, I would be very surprised to see myself making anything without gray boxing at first, unless it was like a game jam or something, you know. Let's see. Oh, so this is just gray boxing, and then you replace these 3D objects later. Yeah. Like none of this is gonna be the final, you know. Hopefully, I mean, I feel like you have to have seen it by now, but like, right? Like Paris. Let's see, where is it? Where's the apartment? You know, like this is what I hope things will look like eventually. Something closer to this. Obviously, this scene doesn't have any lighting. Or actually, can I turn lighting on? Yeah, I guess I could turn lighting on. But none of the post-processing is still here. But still, like, just as far as like the geometry goes, like these are all my own original assets, you know. And I want the game to resemble this style and this sort of level of detail more, you know, kind of like Half-Life 2 vibes a little bit, where it's like low poly things but like high resolution textures, you know. Like look at this couch. This couch is just so funny to me. It's just like so classic video game because it's like very obviously these textures. And then out here too, you know, like this is just the interior, but even over here, it's like I got all my lampposts modeled and stuff, and my trees, like all those other trees that I just put in Moscow. I gotta find the tree species after, because all of the trees that I've modeled so far, which I guess are just only in here, Paris, and then over in DC, they're specific to, like they're the actual species of tree that it would be that's there. Like in Paris, there's a lot of these horse chestnut trees, so that's what this leaf shape is. These leaf shapes are horse chestnut leaf shapes. So you could spot that in a photo or something, and you'll just know where somebody is. Anyways, yeah, so all that other stuff. This is just, let me see, where am I? Level staircase. I think we're here, right? Yeah. Yeah, all this is just gray boxing. Cinti's prototype assets are so good. It's like every piece that you would need for gray boxing stuff, you know? Do I want this in staircase? You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call this, instead of staircase, I'm gonna call this like one side of shops, of Goom shops. I'm gonna do the whole side first, and then I'll invert that and throw it on the other side. I like the metaphor a lot, hard coding it. Can you show your DC? I'm from around there and want to see what you did. Oh, nice. My oak is heavy. I feel like if you have been here in recent streams, you saw it, because this is what I have so far. So this is the only thing that's like proper DC'd out right now is this park, I think. This is the only thing that kind of says anything about like contemporary DC still, because the other places can be kind of anywhere. So have these fences, have these trees, these benches and trash cans, and then there's a chess table here, but that's actually supposed to go in Moscow, so I can actually be putting that in Moscow. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it for what is like super specifically DC. There's this place too, the motels. These motels are just kind of broadly Americana though, and obviously the rest of the place still needs to be finished. So these are kind of like anywhere in America. You know, this whole look. But it is, the design of it is still kind of aiming for this one specific type of motel. It was, what was it called? My place is called the Consulate Inn, and their place was called the Diplomat. the Diplomat Motels. And then I'm not sure if you've seen it, but this is the Manupiri Bar. Again, something that could be somewhere else in the States. You know, tiki bars in general, kind of like, you know, some are better than others, obviously, but they're interchangeable. It's like, okay, this could be in Los Angeles or this could be in New York. Yeah, I thought a tiki bar in DC would be a good touch. Yeah. So that's DC so far. I still got to do a cafe, and then the cafe, I'll just show you because I like showing some of these things. Cafe might have some of this, probably not. Actually, that's more of a diner. Here's the Diplomat. Bassins, I guess, was or is maybe a hotspot. Good foods in DC. So I think I'm gonna take this kind of like outdoor seating style. I like this, and these like plants and shit like that, and the awning and everything. I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna try to do something with my cafe, which is right next door to this tiki bar. So that place would be like right here. This little corner shop, you know, you'd enter through the corner right there. Duke Zeibert's Diplomat coffee. Again, this is kind of like, I like that. I can go with that. Motel stuff. Here's a park in DC. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the park I originally had in mind. This is from Burn After Reading. It's a DC. Movie takes place in DC. Nice. Keep sharing workflow tips. I will. Nice. I like it. Thank you. I miss that secret tiki bar at the top of Clifton's in LA. Have you been? I have been to. Is it a tiki bar? Maybe it is. It's been so long, but yeah, I was at Clifton maybe like four years ago when they kind of redid it and it was, you know, actually up and running. Clifton's is good. I love Clifton's. I love going to their cafeteria. I love just the vibes there. This game, I forgot who I was talking to. Somebody said they got heavy Clifton's vibes from this. Somebody said that once. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense because of like the sort of artifice of Clifton's. It feels like you're at like an amusement park or something. I think I ate a food truck gyro in that park. Nice. It seems to be a notable park. I think it's representative of the place probably. Yes, me too. Heavy Clifton vibes indeed. Right? That's a compliment. I like that. Clifton's is crazy. Okay, let's get out of DC. We're going back to Moscow. Gotta set these shops up, but I'm like, how far in do these go? I guess I'll put this. Oh, I can't do that, but I can do this. Like that. I'm gonna turn off lighting. There we go. All right. That's about how I'm gonna want it, I think. Okay. Cool. And maybe this door doesn't have to be so towards there. It's kind of an awkward shape if I put it there. So let's put this wall down. Whoa, why is this? Oh, it's a door. Wall. There we go. Are you doing like a transport to different areas instead of just making scenes? Yeah, so hopefully this weekend, that's what I end up doing. I was really looking forward to getting the flight system, take planes. Where is it? So if like you go to DC, airport, this is the airport. So every city will have an airport. Right now I only have it set up for DC. There's an airport over there in Paris as well, but this is the only one that kind of has functioning stuff. But yeah, so you come in and then you have like these kiosks here that'll sell you life insurance, and you have people who sell you tickets from behind this. All your luggage is going to be behind those counters. You'll see it kind of like going on little conveyor belts. Then you pass through here, and this is heading into the terminal. There's like shops right here. These shops will, have items and stuff that you can get to help you. And then you have all of the gates. And they're all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Since there's 6 cities, that means each airport has 5 gates because, the remaining cities. And so for each gate, you have all these little waiting areas, like the waiting seats, and then you have the super tall ceilings looking out to the airstrip, the field. Then you have the gate agent who stands at their desk, and they take your tickets and they announce the flights and all that stuff. And then everybody piles through here, and when you go through here, you get zapped into the airplane. And then when you're in the airplane, you sit here for whatever the duration of your flight is, which I'm still kind of juggling ideas of what should dictate that number, because I don't want people sitting there for too long. But yeah, you stay on these flights, and then when your flight ends, you spawn at, let's say you took a ride to Paris. When your flight ends, if you came from DC and you're going to Paris, you would pop out on the other side of one of these doors, and you'd come out of the gate, and then you leave the airport. And when you leave the airport, this is the last door you go through, and this automatically spawns you to like a city center-ish area. You usually will end up on like a street corner or something. You just kind of pop up over here, and that's how you get in between places. And that's how some NPCs, but not all NPCs, will get around. Or I should say, the NPCs that do travel around the city, because some of them are just kind of fluff NPCs that just walk around and then despawn. They never travel intercity or intercontinentally. But yeah, NPCs will also go over to the airports to get to other places. So you'll actually be kind of flying alongside NPCs who really do intend on getting to somewhere else. Rusty Chicken says, woo woo, what's up, Rusty? Woo woo indeed. My yoke is heavy, that's awesome. Sorry to keep interrupting your gray boxing. No worries, no worries. Rusty Chicken says, my new controller is now functioning about 90 to 95% completed. Just some tweaks to smooth it out. Otherwise, it's done. Beautiful. Rusty Chicken says, I thought you were doing this is a sample playthrough devlog. Okay, yeah. I was like, what does he mean by that? Yeah, so that's not happening anymore. I don't think so. What I want to do instead is, like, I think I'm gonna go through all the features that are built up until now, and kind of just show what's working. I want to try different things for how to do these devlogs, and since I've been streaming so much, I figured what the devlog episodes should be is more of a roundup of the progress made up until that point, instead of like, that's what the other videos were, but they were also a little extra, they are kind of like get hyped, atmosphere and stuff like that, kind of building a mood around what the game feels like and stuff like that, and also just having fun with it. But now I'm like, I don't know, this seems like the best thing to do is probably just do a roundup. Eventually, though, I'm gonna want to do something like that. The thing I was saying. We'll see. Okay, so this is what a store looks like. Kind of feel like maybe what I want is this thing. Yeah, let's do this instead. See, it's like, look at that. Look at this fucking shape right here. Just like perfect. You knew exactly what I wanted. Just standard. Just like totally project any identity onto it. And now I can just whoop and whoop like that. And now that's a window into the shop, one of those floor to ceiling windows. I think I'm going to set up a Dropbox for you, Tony Lee, and the other super cool devs to get the pre-release of the demo probably next weekend. Nice. Very cool. Let's see. Okay. I think that's big enough for a store, right? It's big enough. Make little shops in here. Maybe something like a little bit bigger. And you can come in here and get some clothes and stuff like that. All right, that's fine. And then you put like a wall in between these. Cool. And how many shops should be in here? And how many are going to be facades? This is the question that makes me so anxious about modeling this level. So in this design, I have a thing that has 4 shops on each level, so there's a total of 8 shops. And you know, a lot of them will just kind of be for looks. You can go inside and you know, mosey about and stuff. Maybe you could buy some shit in there, but it would be like super simple, not very expansive, like literally just to make it so you can get lost in there, you can hide there, and so can other players and NPCs. So you'd have to do some hunting, you know? Slow day at work, so I spent probably 4 hours of it pen and paper writing out all the dialogue so I can start typing them up in just a few minutes. Finally, nice. Frank Reynolds, good evening. Frank Reynolds, what is up, my man? How's the speakeasy stuff going? That's like my game of the year right now. Or what is it, like the most anticipated game of the year? The speakeasy game. That is my motherfucking jam. I don't even really know what you plan on doing with it necessarily, but it's just a genre not tapped into, you know? Frank, yo, how you doing, dude? Says Rusty. Okay, so I think I am gonna go with that. 2 shops on either side, and then there'll be 2 floors. So it's like not very much, but it's also kind of a lot. There's already so much in this fucking game. It's like, híjole, foo. Okay. All right. Oh wait, no. I need a fucking entrance to that. How about that? Here we go. Scoochy doochie. Put a door right here. Duplicate. Oh, let's just get a normal door. Like that. Like that. Work. Does indeed. Boop. Coolio. Scusi. Alright. 2 stores. But it just feels so small. feels so tiny. Should I run it really quick just to kind of see what this is about? See what it feels like? I'm gonna turn off NPC Builder. Don't need none of that right now. Really well, Rusty made some progress on the game, also using this opportunity to evade the feature creep I was on the path towards. Yeah. Justin, the creator of Opposite Character Controller, was kind enough to help me with some special scripts to get it to work the way I needed it to. So I think I am going to feel a little guilty. Trying to have a leaving in Vector's character controller by. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Player warp. Frank, what was on your what were you feature creeping? Going to Moscow. Oh, it's dark over here. Okay, so maybe let me see. Scale time. Let's just take a look around. 50. 1. Come on. Where's that sun at? Where's that sunshine? There we go. Okay. So here is our chess park. Okay. Yeah. This is good. This is a good size. This is a good size. Okay. These will all be chess boards. People sitting down playing chess. Sidewalk right here, and then drops off right here. This is the actual street. Busy street, cars and everything. Then right here, got a super wide sidewalk. Probably have bulletin boards right here showing the news and everything. 3 doors that all lead inside to Goom, and this will be Goom. Staircase to your right and to your left. You go up the stairs, and then, yep, this all feels good so far. I feel like this, yeah, this is all right. And this needs to be pushed out more, actually. Yeah, that needs to get, this should be wider. This should come out more, and so should this. So you're walking around here. You can go in this shop. Cool, I'm gonna buy like a suit. And then you go over to this shop. Come over here, buy some flowers. I don't know. And that's why it feels small, is that once you pass that shop, that's it. Like, that feels weird. I feel like I should put at least one more shop, even if it is just like, it's gonna feel too, like, I want these places to be microcosms, but 4 stores in a whole mall is not a mall. Lol, feature creep is real. I have to beat that beast off with a stick damn near every day. You're telling me. You're telling me. Oh man. The game I'm making, Memories of a Spy, is one who's like inherent sort of, like, how do I say this? It's harder for me to distinguish feature creep with this game than it is with any other game I've ever made or attempted to make, because this game is basically a simulator, you know? It's kind of like an arcadey simulator. I wanted to bring out this more. Shit, that's already so out there though. It's basically, this stairway basically just goes right there. I guess that could be kind of cool. Let's see. Right there's fine. There. Squibbles. Mob hits, sabotaging rival speakeasies, a fully explorable A fully explorable city. I love that. That sentence alone is brilliant. A fully explorable city. Just like fully is one little simple word, you know, and just like boop, just a little. I could just what is it? Fully. That's 5 characters. It's so easy to type, and yet the implications of a fully explorable city are just vast. Bootlegger mode, an elaborate trading system. Too much for me to handle at the moment. Oh yeah, I bet it is, says Rusty. Frank Reynolds says, I have like a dozen features I want to add, and it was destined to implode. The crash was a bit of an awakening to keep the scope manageable. Right. That makes sense. Blessing in disguise. If you need help, Frank, after next weekend I'll be on a very short break before I dive into Act 2 of Death of Tumbleweed. Nice. Build a team. I'm jealous of people who work in teams right now. Dude, this 15 building town in Tumbleweed is taking me weeks to decorate. Oh yeah, I can't even, I mean... that fucking Tiki Lounge isn't even done, and it took me that entire weekend. And like... how many places do I have? If there's at least 3 places per city, and there's 6 cities, that means there's 18 places. But Morocco has far more than 3, and that's also assuming I could finish a whole place in a weekend, which isn't necessarily so. That just means I could finish a tiki bar in a weekend. But other places, like, man, it's a lot of fucking work. That's why I'm doing this great boxing, just so I can get the build of it first. Because I need to stay in programming mode. I need to stay in programming mode as often as possible, because there's just so many systems and subsystems and subsystems of this shit. Like trying to build a fucking simulator with all these mechanics for games that are totally not common, totally like just like winging it, no path to follow kind of shit. Like nobody's footsteps to follow in for a lot of this stuff. It's just, I'll just forget it all. So I need to constantly be programming. So taking breaks to do shit like this, you know, this isn't even a break, like I need to do this, right? But like taking breaks to do like for fun, to keep me excited kind of shit, where like the looks of it, like building that tiki bar out, oh man, like it helps and I need to do it, but I set myself up for forgetting how things function, like the programming of things. I think I am actually going to... What happened over here? Why did these get selected? Huh. Duplicate it. I think I can live with that. I think I can live with 3 on each side. I think that's chill. To have a total of 6 stores, I can live with that. I mean, every room has everything. I mean, not just chairs and beds, but like jewelry and pictures on the dressers and hanging jackets on hooks. All these things you never think about. Right. Right, I hear you. You know what I'm actually really stoked for is the way I'm handling that stuff, like personalizing rooms and everything is going to be procedural. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is like modeling like 3 games worth of personal, like imagine if you did your, you know, like jewelry and pictures and dressers and stuff, but imagine if you did like 3 versions of every one of them. Basically, if you just like designed your game 3 times, and then instead of hand placing them just like that, like I'll hand place spots for them to spawn in, and then it'll be procedurally sort of like, you know, like photo frames, for example, with an NPC to know who's living there. I'm gonna use that same system I use for the for that quest, you know, like you get a picture of them and that picture is like procedurally generated. That's how photos inside of homes will be. So not only is like my decorating thing, like how you're doing it, like the actual designy bits, you know, the artistry of it, but it's also, I have to do, and yes, I have to do the actual programming part of it. So I can't even like make things like look pretty without having to like go in and fucking program them to be pretty on their own terms, so I can play it and be surprised, you know. Which I'm looking forward to, but like it is a part of like those moments where I go, shit, bro, like what is feature creep? Because this game isn't like, this game I'm building to be a one-player game as well as a multiplayer game. And the only way to make a game a social deduction game with NPCs, this one at least, relies heavily on noise, on getting lost in the details, you know, on literally putting red herrings everywhere for the player to throw them off. Not only to throw them off, but to sort of like, to make it insanely satisfying when they do like lock onto some sort of thing. It's all very sensory, you know. It's like, oh, what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at, these behaviors that I remember them having, what I remember them looking like, having a like a really astute awareness of like your environment and stuff like that. For that example, like, you know, looking at a picture frame and realizing like, oh, that's that person I saw earlier, stuff like that. The Western town's gonna be awesome to explore. I love historically based things. Oh yeah, historically based settings are the fucking, that's just, ooh, that's my jam. Yeah, I looked into it, but everything as far as scenery and decorations really is static for the most part. I mean, some things will move, but most won't. That's like redecorating a town every scene. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I think this is fine now. You know what I'll do? Let me see. So Goom has the shops and then the bridges. And I think the bridges I'll just put after. So I'll duplicate this. Okay, this looks good. What is up here? This. Okay. I'll put all this in. Goom. Alright, is that selecting everything? Oh, what about these? There we go. Okay. Nice. One side of Gum Shops. Brilliant. Feature creep is a cruel mistress. I have all these ideas I feel are great, but each new feature adds time, and increased time can lead to increased motivation. And then bam, the project is dead in the water, like the horse from Neverending Story. I mean, decreased motivation. Right. I figured as much. Right. I hear you. I am thankful that for the most part, all of my systems, all of like my features that I like have tacked on endlessly, most of them have been relatively straightforward. Like most of them, you guys have been able to see me like sit down and, you know, through a week tops, usually within a matter of like some days, I'll have implemented like the feature I wanted. You know, like I'm never really like scratching my head when like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this for anything more than a week? And that's like, I think that's probably better. You know what? That's a good thing that I should be aware of, is that like, it's not that feature creep has been some terribly elusive thing for this project. I mean, it's definitely harder, but it's taking a different approach to assessing what features should or shouldn't be in this game. And I think for the most part, the features that I'm avoiding putting in are ones that are like overly complex, ones that I don't know how I would do, and also ones that require too much tedium. Is that a word? Tedium? Tedious things to do. So, yeah, I think the only one I let slip through the cracks was the airport system. I kind of I rationalized that by calling it a gift to myself. My bittersweet gift to myself. Because it's like, all right, if you're gonna do one fucking super ridiculous thing, what would it be? All right, like I'll simulate an airport. And it's not like, it's not fucking totally simulated, but it is a lot of the minutia of an airport simulated. Getting tickets and all that, like, oh, that alone, the ticket system alone is so outrageous. Yeah, different ways of assessing feature creep for sure. Okay, let's walk around and make sure this feels right. Also, as you can see, I rarely have much problems with motivation with my game. I'm pretty on it all the time. It's just ridiculously addicting to make this game. So insanely addicting to make this game. 5. And I want to see it. You know what I need to do is I need to do a set time debug console thing, so I could just change it to certain times of day. Scale time 80. Like how our boy over there freaks out all crazy. There we go. Alright, so cross the street, come in here, goom. And you come up the stairs. Nice. Yep, these are much wider. That's better now. That's great. Walk in here, buy some chocolate. Cool. Yep, nice wider areas to walk. Come in here, buy some shoes. Maybe each of these places can just kind of be like chocolate, shoes, and chocolate. Steven, what's your estimated release date? Not so much exact day, but around what monthish and year? I would like to release it. I would like to sell this game in 2021. I would like if the game was being purchased and played in the year 2021. I have no other sort of set times. The other date I kind of have in mind is I want to have a playable build around May. Sometime in May, I want to be able to like share it with people. I want to be able to send it to people and like play with my friends and stuff to kind of like, it needs to be played as I build it. So around then is kind of where I want to, around May this year, I would like to start playing it with people. And those are my 2 deadlines. May for a playable build, whatever that means, even if I'm still using prototype assets. And then 2021, so literally like, December 31st, if I hit launch, that would be cool. Or January 1st, whatever. Those are my only dates. I feel that we, as your community, keep you somewhat motivated and self-aware of not trying to iterate too many time sinks. I'm not trying to iterate too many time sinks. Too many time sinks. Oh, like... I think I know what you mean. It does help. Like, I think being on stream, it's... If you I know you've seen me before go, okay, shut up, Steven, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I put up the timer and stuff. Like, those are all things that I do when I'm not streaming. But when I do it when I'm streaming, I am more diligent about it, and I am more aggressive about it, because mostly, like, I feel like I'm trying to provide some type of value in the stream. Like, I don't want people tuning into some boring ass shit. So it does help to stream. But generally, I would say that there's not too much of a difference between what it's like when I'm working before I started streaming and what it was like after. It's very, very similar productivity, but it does help. It does help. I just think that's worth mentioning, because I don't think anybody should ever rely on or think that what they could do is sort of like light a fire under their ass by suddenly getting a bunch of people involved, you know? It's like, I think you can find it in yourself before that. Lol, just the headache parts of the airport. Oh yeah, oh god. The airport is the only one. That's the only one I dabble in a little bit, and then I dip out. And I dabble in a little bit, and I dip out. But I want to be done with it soon. I really do, because once I am like done-ish with it, and then, you know, obviously gonna be tweaking later, like, yeah, I would like to get it to a good place soon. Okay, so this is, oh yeah, see, look at that, and you can like look across, and then there's gonna be bridges. Okay, let's do it. This is looking good. I like the size of this. And having simple little shops that just sell like sort of cosmetically different items is nice. I think okay, cool. So I'm just gonna delete this one again. We'll keep working on this. So one side of Goom Shops. That's Japanese eggplant for you. I still very much consider myself a beginner. I have a lot of tiny projects started. I used to learn but never finished them. A lot of tiny projects I started, I used to learn but never finished them. The Speakeasy Sim is my first big project. Yeah, it seems like a handful. But it seems like a good one. It seems like a good one. I like that idea a lot. I'm rarely tickled by game concepts alone, you know? Like, obviously, I'm gonna scare you for a second, Frank. You could make a shitty game. You could fuck it all up, dude. You could take this awesome idea and then it just is trash. And I'll join you. I'll join you there with Zoke and I could be putting in months of effort on this thing. My spy simulator, social deduction with NPCs. Like, this could just go to hell instantaneously. People could be like, "What is this boring bullshit?" Anyways, but the only reason I bring that up is because I think it is cool that your idea itself is interesting. You know, like it is Purple Cow. It's remarkable, I guess what I should say, because there's plenty of interesting ideas, but like the Speakeasy game I think is remarkable. I tell my friends about it, you know, like, oh, there's this guy who comes in the chat and he wants to make a Speakeasy game. Rusty Chicken says, Frank Reynolds, man, I probably have 100 projects I started and never finished, but really used all those times and efforts to learn as much as I could, rinse and repeat. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just fucking learning. There's a handful of projects I never finished, you know? A lot of test projects too. Yeah, I have instituted your timer, lol. I told you I would, but yeah, exactly. Not so much what we make you do it, but make yourself aware and take responsibility to do it. Yeah, what is it? Accountability. It's a nice spice to add on top of things. Frank Reynolds said, that's why I'm sort of glad it crashed. It helped rein me in. I am aware of it now, and I know what to steer away from. The Speakeasy is one I'm super passionate about. Very cool, bro. Very, very fucking cool. Yeah, find a game that you wish you could work on every day and can't stop thinking about. Find a game that looks at you like this. Okay, here's the thing, is these... stores. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Just like that. Fuck yeah. Let's see. Right click. Group selected. Call them shops. Dupe them. Oops. Drag them down. There we go. So I guess they'll just have high ceilings. What does Goom look like with these? They kind of do have high ceilings, huh? Oh, that's actually fucking perfect. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I don't know what the back of Goom should look like. What did I have over here? There's like an exit, there's a bridge. I guess it's just a wall. So maybe what I'll do is take this, duplicate it, bring it out here. Rusty Chicken says, someone smart told me a little while back, concentrate on doing 1 push-up a day, just 1, and don't go so crazy doing 1,000 that you can't do your 1 tomorrow. Right. Pace is what's important, not how much you do today, but how much gets you done. 1% a day is always moving forward. Love it. That is the way to live. Oops, I accidentally duplicated my boy too. I guess you could stay there. You got a friend now. 2 boys. Alright. I guess it's not too big of a commitment. I could just always replace it later. -1. Scoochie Dooch. And where does that one get put? Corner. Cool. Alright. We gotta make some bridges now. Let's actually bring this up. How tall should these ceilings be? Like that. Like that's good. Yeah, that's nice. Wait, is it tall enough? Is it tall enough? Does that look cool? I feel like it should be taller. Yeah, there we go. And then bridges. I used to try and push, and I think that's what caused the majority of burnouts or major mistakes I couldn't fix. Now I just pick 1 thing a day to do. If I get it done, great, pick another. Yeah, man, burnout because of like just... I had a friend who... like when I was in my early 20s, I was constantly trying to like do really outrageous things, like really pushing myself and be like, oh, you know, like I don't know. I'm not even gonna like come up with all these things right now. But like I was always just like really pushing myself and trying to abide by insane routines where it's like packing every second of my day with like a thing. I can't tell you how many times I've had like lists and lists of timers on my phone. Just all these timers that say like, wake up, and then like some specific part of an exercise routine, then the next specific part, and then like eat breakfast and then take these supplements. It's like a lot of it's like health stuff too, because you're just like, it was honestly like 80s coked out version of me. And that would go with my health, with filmmaking stuff, with language learning, just whatever miscellaneous intellectual interests as well, like just specific books I wanted to read and stuff like that. Learning software, like that's a big thing too, is like I'm just constantly just trying to pack as much into a day. And I had a friend who was also like that, and I vibed with him because he was like that. But I also realized eventually, I remember getting into my mid-20s and seeing that those ambitions, while we were capable of doing them for like a little bit at a time, were never sustainable, and that they were often the reason why we wanted to do that kind of shit to begin with. And it's usually because you feel like you've either like wasted so much time, or just some type of impatience creeps in and you feel like, oh, like I need to just make up for time lost, or you're just so tired. I guess a better way to say it is like you're so tired of your current situation or condition that you want to do the absolute maxed out thing to do to make that condition or situation changed. I hate that I don't speak Spanish, so I'm gonna study fucking 5 hours a day until I'm totally fluent by the end of this month, because it's been years that I haven't been totally fluent in Spanish yet. And it's just like, all right, man, but you're probably not fluent in Spanish because you constantly want to do that insane routine, and then that burns you out, and then you stay burned out from it. Like that's the property of burnout, right? You don't do anything. You just fucking stop. And that is a vicious cycle. That is a vicious cycle. Yeah, and I just remember seeing a friend kind of doing these things too, and I was like, oh shit, like I think we need to change. And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm gonna try something different. And then I tried more incremental, slower things. Still doing really outrageous shit. Because I do think that, to be like, I don't know, just to do really crazy shit is still fun and cool sometimes. This doesn't really have any bridge pieces, does it? Let's just put in a floor. Could make a bridge. Yeah, and so I tried a different way of living, and he kept on trying to do the extreme thing, and I made more progress in the long run. And I was like, okay, so this is how you do it. That being said, I also really sort of can't stand when the pendulum swings in the other direction for people. People are like, oh, I'm gonna have no plan. I'm gonna do very, very, very tiny, minuscule baby steps, and I'll do it at such a leisurely way that I won't, sometimes I'll go days without doing a thing, or or I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm still on it, still working on it, and it's just kind of like, yeah, you're gonna reach an age where you realize that thing never got done because you never really took it seriously enough. And I do know a bunch of people who are like that and who regret it and kind of go like, yeah, it's a bummer, but c'est la vie. And I'm like, yeah, c'est la vie. Like if you're happy, that's great, but also imagine how cool life would have been if you just stopped smoking nearly as much weed, eating a bunch of garbage, and made a fucking plan. But I was try to do one thing, even just change a texture, make one model, put in one canvas of buttons, anything, just to accomplish one thing today, worry about tomorrow then. Yep. You know what I think is a good hack for that? A good hack, Jesus Christ, sound like a stupid article, but like, I think a good, an effective thing to do for the one thing a day thing, not even for the one thing a day, it's kind of, they go hand in hand, this is why I'm bringing it up, but like, is to not be afraid of breaking things, to just do the sloppy shit version first, you know, where it's like, oh, like that doesn't look right, and just do it, you know, beat out the thumbnail sketch first. Okay, these bridges are looking chill. I don't need to put up all the fucking, do I? Maybe I do. Let's just put like this on it or something. Building rails. What do these rails look like? They are kind of tall. Ooh, and these are arched things. They're not really arched when you're walking over it, right? Nah, they're not. Okay, that's just aesthetic. Okay. Bring you over here. You boy, stand here. That seems good. Too low now? A little too low. Too high? This is fine. Woo! That's good. One bridge. Goom. Group selected. Bridge. Should they be that wide? They're a little bit more narrow, aren't they? Let's make them a tiny bit more narrow. If they're this wide, makes the whole place feel like a little smaller. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Duplicate. Cool. Cool. Should I skip the bridge in the middle? Maybe there's no... I like lots of bridges. Oh, fucking hell. There's a part of me that does want to do... Well, this place is only 2 floors, right? Oh, it is 3 floors. Fuck. It's so tempting. It is really cool to have... Well, there's already verticality to this. Fuck. That's really tempting. No, because that's... No, that's already too insane. You're already flying all over the fucking place just to find somebody. Okay. I think people are gonna find this game very relaxing. I'm totally kidding, but it does feel like this game, it has some Where's Waldo vibes, where it's just like, alright, just soak in the scenery. You're just gonna be looking for somebody for a long time. I fancy the idea of a game where stakeouts are real and not scripted, where that just seems like the coolest thing to me, where you really do just have to like sit in a van and like fucking just look out your window or listen to a phone call for like an hour until you finally see somebody. and then you make that move. Like, that just sounds so rad. Scale time 65. Hold on, I'm gonna read those comments right after there we go. Yeah, a few months ago, I really started making some game dev docs, like outlines of major steps, then break those down into needs and wants and just start at the beginning. I actually have 3 different versions of Tumbleweed. They each have different character controllers, dialogue systems, and one doesn't have Playmaker at all. Tonight I'm working on NPC pathfinding. I played around. So hold on, sorry. It's So you have 3 versions of Tumbleweed that you're currently working on, or that like you've done 3 iterations of them and then you're only working on one right now. And Frank Reynolds says, tonight I'm working on NPC pathfinding. Nice. That is so fun. I fucking love designing NPC shit. That is one of the most exciting things to see running in your game. Definitely get some clips of that. Oh man, yeah. The idea of like NPCs running around a little speakeasy is dope. I played around with all the differences until I found a good combination that worked for me and the game, right? Frank Reynolds, I have absolutely fallen in love with Opsive Behavior Designer, AI building in nodes, just like Playmaker FSMs. I've thought about getting that Behavior Designer for a long time. I still am interested in it to some degree. But yeah. Yeah. Maybe not. Never mind. AI building in nodes just like Playmaker FSMs. I really want to make these little bastards interesting. Right now, it's the world's most in-sync conga line. Right. Right. Okay, let's check this place out. Cool, right? So you go up here, you can see your boys up there. You're like, oh, who's going up there? Aha! It's like, I see you. I see you, bro. Cool, got all these stores. Fucking Moscow. Moscow's kind of like Morocco level shit. These places are kind of big. Okay. Look at he's a little janky. Yep, can peek into other shops and stuff. Oh, because he's flipped. That's funny. Right. Alright, bridges feel good. Yes, these bridges feel pretty good. And they go straight into the other shops. Should I stagger them so they're not in front of doors? I'll decide that later. Alright. Okay. Not bad. I just recently switched over to Opsive. They are freaking great. I'm definitely going to check that out. Frank Reynolds, have you tried changing the times on the animations by like 0.05 to 0.001 differences? Okay. So this is Goon. Wow, I know I have been up too long. My spelling is starting to slip too, haha. Actually, I was working on that, but now I'm checking out the asset store for Opsiv's Behavior Designer. Okay. So we have sidewalks, an exit on the lower floor. So I think I should probably put an exit at the back too. So I'm gonna duplicate these. Or actually, maybe just put a double door over here. Like this. Something like this. And then get over here. Boop. And boop. Okay. I hate how it accelerates like that. Alright. How's this place looking? Oh, that's all space back there. Okay, okay. So the floor goes back, right? Okay. And then there's a hotel back there. Kind of wondering, should I scrap this? No, every place needs a place to stay. Hotel. Damn it, I'm sold. Well, they have an inventory option as well. The learning curve isn't bad on the AI. You'll have it up and running and watching your little guys follow direction like within 10 to 15 minutes. Damn, am I missing out on that thing or what? Is there just something I'm missing? I've watched the tutorials and I haven't been sold yet. What am I missing? I've watched like full fucking hours of people using it, and I'm not sure why I would buy it. How will it change my world? What is it? What is special about it? Because I hear people talking about it constantly. My finger was hovering over the buy button when it was $20 over the holidays. It was like $20, $30 or something super crazy low like that. But I just kept looking at like this. Why would I buy this if I have Playmaker? Because it just seemed like a bunch of like if and and statements and like true and false stuff. Like I didn't really see how the conditions are any different than using an FSM. Because what is it called? It's shit. What is it called? Let me see. You bring up a solid point. What is it? The learning curve isn't bad. Or what are you talking about? I haven't bought it yet. I really should hold off. I've spent a crap ton of money on assets. I mean, it is easy to buy a bunch of assets. It's awesome. You can make your AI, and it's almost an FSM, except it's less taxing on your system and reacts faster, and actually takes less time to build it than an FSM. Also, I'm not quite sure about that whole it's less taxing on the system part. You can make your AI and it's almost an FSM, except it's less taxing on your system and reacts faster. And actually takes less time to build it than an FSM. Okay, let's see. I guess I could just put the hotel right back here. Or what is an alternative to a hotel? What can I change this hotel to? I'm on the fence, so I'll sleep on it tonight. Behavior trees have 0 access after initialization, so yes, less taxing. The behavior trees have 0 access after initialization, so yes, less taxing. I was under the impression that yeah, no allocations after. Is it significant? Like, I really can't imagine it being that much of a difference. A hostel. Yeah, I guess I could put a hostel. I just always float around in these images, and it's like, the thing about Moscow in the 1960s is that, and I guess probably in a lot of ways these days too, but just how empty it is. You know, I could see here that there's a bunch of shit, and honestly some of these places are not Moscow. They're neighboring cities. But just how wide open things are, and how massive the buildings are, but how few of them there are. How wide and open these streets are. And it's kind of difficult to even imagine under what other circumstances somebody would be sleeping other than a hotel around here. That's a nice picture of gum. Depends on how many NPC FSM you're doing. In my case, it is. Really? You have that many NPCs? I thought I had a lot of NPCs. Most RPG LMO, anything with over 30 or so constantly moving and thinking NPCs will notice a diff. Let's see. Oops. I wish I could like buy assets and return them like I do with Steam games, because I want to like run tests, you know. It would be nice to run a test. Like on your end, it might be making a difference for however you have things set up. But a lot of like the literature and a lot of the way I see Opsiv like sort of comparing their systems, they're usually to comparing them to FSMs that are built in ways that I never build my FSMs. Or at least I haven't built my FSMs like that since like my first games when I was first learning how to use Playmaker. Like whenever they mention the spaghetti FSMs, you know, I don't have spaghetti FSMs. I have like many small FSMs. And it comes with so many built-in pre-built AI options I have yet to make my own. I bought Gaia 2 and there aren't even any trees in my game. That's good. And has total integration with Playmaker 2. Hey, hey. Yeah, I know. I mean, like, when I first was building... it might have even just been this game. I feel like there was something before that I was looking at. But definitely when I was building this game, I was looking at Behavior Designer for weeks. Like, literally, it was during the entire, like, holiday season because it was so cheap. M.Strange. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's a filmmaker and game designer. An old, I would call him my friend. I'd say we talked here and there for a while. I never got like terribly close to the guy or anything, but it was nice checking in with him every now and then. And yeah, so, you know, like seeing your friends use it and hearing them like rave about it is always the thing that's gonna like make me look into it again. Like even right now, like watching you guys talk about it, I'm like, am I missing something? Because like that's how it always feels. It's like it feels like I'm missing something. I look at it and I watch all these tutorials. I'm like, like I'm not quite sold, you know. And if the performance is some massive increase, like if all of a sudden my game just like gets fucking all these frames per second because I'm using that, then that would be amazing. But I also don't want to drop $80 just to find out that I saved like 10 to 15 frames, you know. Because otherwise the interface of it and everything, I'm good with like how I have this whole thing set up, you know. So it's a bummer I can't try things out and return them. But the reason I brought that up was because M.Strange, he's the guy who introduced me to Playmaker. That dude moved on from Playmaker too. He just does C# now. He said he hit the Playmaker ceiling, and he was the one that was using Playmaker and Behavior Designer in combo and like made lessons on it. Like he made courses. He put out some courses that showed how to use Playmaker and Behavior Designer. So yeah, he said it was a dope combo. Yes, but those have to run so many checks allocations after game start. Yeah, M.Dot has some good content. It took me probably about a year to hit the buy now button. Damn, yeah, I really do just wish I could try it. I'm trying to see if there is an evaluation version. So many of these things just don't, you know. I wish I could call these people and be like, hey, can I try it out? Because, yeah, it's just, was it the AI bundle? Ultimate inventory system. Oh, here we go. Behavior Designer. I typically program in Python, use Godot for a bit, but I want to do 3D, and 3D in Godot isn't where Unity is at right now. I hear a lot of people talking about Godot lately. It seems like it's trending pretty hard on YouTube, or at least like that's just what YouTube's feeding me. Maybe I've watched a lot of Godot videos or something. Maybe I'll buy Behavior Designer and like do some game jams with it or something, just to try it out. Cause like I guess I don't mind dropping $85, like just to check it out. Cause it does seem to be such a highly praised thing. Godot used GDScript, but it's pretty similar to Python. Huh, that's kind of strange. That it's similar to Python. It's pretty decent for quick iterated 2D games. I made a couple with it, but my workflow is just in tune with Unity. Godot is the king of 2D. Is it? I know I know so little about the 2D world. All right, let me. I'm not going to worry about the hotel right now, because that's actually not what I set out to do today. What I set out to do was finish this Russia area, this Moscow area, so I could plug in the very last Matchbook signal quest routine. Fucking, I'm so tired. Okay, it seems like I'm good to go with that. All right, let's figure out a matchbook for Moscow. So I'll do, let's call this Morocco matches. Duplicate it, new, cool, and we'll call this Moscow matches. Moscow Mitches, Moscow matches. I can lend you a copy to test. I will publicly decline that. Publicly. 2D is fun, but my heart is in 3D. Same here. Lol, that was lame as fuck. What was it? What I said was lame. You guys aren't lame, just to be clear. Wait, what was lame? 2D is fun, but my heart's in 3D. Is that what's lame? We were all lame, Frank. I don't know what was lame. Nothing seemed terribly lame. 2D is fun. If this is the sentence that you're saying, I had things to follow up on that. 2D is fun, and I'm always like, oh man, that'd be cool to like draw all these 2D assets and stuff, and like that just seems fun, like building out those worlds and like the feel of it. There's plenty of 2D games that I enjoy playing, but it's just like I don't really have any like there's just not much there for me. It doesn't exist. I don't have that drive to want to go make a 2D game. Every time I think of a game, I'm like, oh, and it's definitely, it's not even a thought. It's not even a conscious thing I have. It's just like, oh yeah, this is going to be in 3D. Like, I don't think twice. I just don't think in 2D terms. My heart is not in 2D whatsoever, and neither is my mind. Yes. Just a solid yes. So Moscow Matchbook. Front of Matchbook. Moscow. Front of Moscow. Okay, and let's see. Gonna close these out. English to Russian translation. Enter text. Well, actually, hold on. Well, yeah. Let's call it, maybe we could just search like Moscow Matchbook. Moscow nights, huh? Excellent food. I guess I would have to search that Makba thing, huh? Fonk's Lutchinette. What I said just seemed like a teenage MySpace thing to say. If you put it as your profile status somewhere, maybe. Man, I have a blast drawing sprites and making them interact, but as far as making a game, the space shooter is about as far as I've gotten. LeMayo. Bahahaha. My wife is 2D or bust. She's old school. There's some good 2D games. You know what I enjoy is I enjoy a good 2.5D. That could be interesting. Like I like Smash Bros. That's kind of 2.5D, right? Doom is 3D, but it's also flirting with that 2.5D. You know, old school Doom at least. Oops. Oof. That's pretty funny. Tiki bars. Look how lame these tiki bar matches are. Come on, where's your tiki vibes? Alright, I'll just do it. Matchbook. Matchbox. Okay. Alright, this is closer, I guess. Can I do Matchbook one more time? I don't think this is the same thing, right? Oh. Sorry, I did that right into the mic. Sorry if I startled anybody. Isometric like Diablo. I do like isometric things. Still pretty 3D. Oh, allergies. Ugh. Spring's a-comin'. I'm constantly considering matchboxes, but I would just love to use that same matchbook model. Damn, these are all matchboxes, son. Where are your matchbooks at? Is that another cultural difference thing where it's like they just didn't fuck with matchbooks? Matchboxes would be a great addition. Yeah. Okay, how about Let's see, bar matchbook. Is this the same thing? That looks like the same thing. That is the same thing. Motherfucker. Oh. Oh, brother. I also feel like London shouldn't have the cigarette. They should have a pipe. Just seems like a British thing to do. That's taking the stereotypes a little too far. I mean, I do know that, you know, London is very much about the pipe, but there's enough people over there smoking cigarettes. More than enough. Smoking black Cavendish and black cherry. My wife's family is British. It's cool. So it's cool. All right, Steven. Let's call this Moscow 1960s. That's just gonna be that, huh? Oh, is that how they do it? Interesting. I should say Moscow. Let's see, vintage Moscow print. Dude, I used to have this fucking shirt. That's crazy. When I was a kid, I picked up we were in somewhere in Germany, and they had this fucking KGB shirt. There were these other shirts that they were selling that said, I actually got that one too. It's like KGB, like always watching you or something like that. There are all these novelty shirts that they had in Germany, which I thought was, I mean, I guess like they're close enough, but wherever we were, it was very Russian. Damn. Yeah, Moscow's my problem child for this game. It's the one that, like, I can't make a fucking espionage game without including Moscow. East Germany was very pro-Russian for a long time. Oh yeah. Yep. What's like Russian animals? Like, is the bear too obvious? Like, what if we did like bear clip art? Or what is about this Russian clip art? Nesting dolls. What did I put for the whatchamacallit? Where would I put them? Textures. Items and props. No. Paris, Morocco. Interface and overlays, character textures, world building, clothes, facial hair. Oh, you know what it is? Probably maybe in models. Levels. Nope. Textures. Put those in there. Dude. Where? Are my where the hell did I save those? My stamps. Where did I save my stamps? Interface and overlays. Spy game, advertising, layouts and sketches, models, random screenshots. Is it in? Did I put it in models for some reason? Hotel levels. Doesn't make any sense. Where did I put this shit? Textures. Character textures. Buildings? I don't put it here. Demo stuff. Nope. Men. It's not in any of these. Packages can come from these places, but they're not in there. Items and props. Are they? Oh, did I save them in here accidentally? No. Super weird. And there they are right here, like in the PSD. But where to save? Only one way to find out. Let's see. Stamp. What did I call it? Mail stamp.us. Okay. I'm gonna search it in here. No items. Did I save these directly to Maybe I did. Maybe I saved them directly to this folder. I need to like copy these. Oops. Demo stuff. Okay. Moscow. And actually it'll just be in items and props. Cool. And this one. Copy, paste. Brilliant. And so for Moscow, we had that. Defeat the fascist snake. I guess it would make sense to put a leader's face on there. What about like USSR propaganda print? I guess you could do like a hand holding a hammer and a sickle, or just the hammer and sickle. It's just, that's just so Leica? A leader? Dog? Oh, this dog. Right. I remember this. That's a funny one. That's pretty funny. Could do space racy shit too. Leica. See, a lot of this kind of stuff, like the hand holding the torch. What's up with that? I'm not really familiar with that. This holding the torch stuff. Or can you do like hammer and sickle, oops, clip art? Is that easy? Something about this doesn't feel terribly right either. Or what about like Soviet iconography? This is what I'm looking for. Or Yuri Gagarin if you go space race. Right. That would suggest space race. In the super like feature creepy version of the game, there used to be, or not used to be, but just I sketched down ideas of like, oh, you know, all the different end states could be like what type of blueprints you're stealing. And it could be like space race documents, nuclear warhead documents, etc. Rusty Chicken says, okay, gents, think I'm gonna call it a night. Want to try and finish off a couple nitpicky things before I crash. Frank, Steven, pleasure chatting as always. We'll catch you gents on tomorrow's stream, on tomorrow's Wonder Stream. You take it easy, Rusty. All right, man. Nice having you here. Good talking to you too. Get those nitpicky things down. Get some rest. Yeah, if I was gonna go super space racy, that would be it. And I think in the future, if I ever do get around to like making it so that's an option where it's like what you're actually stealing is pertinent to something specific, like a space race or a nuclear warhead, would definitely put some Yuri in there. Am I being like shy or modest by staying away from the hammer and sickle? I just feel like there's something else I'm missing that could be a good one. Something with like hands. Or even this kind of thing. Like a person carrying shit. You know, like, what about like Soviet labor iconography or something? Or Mike Uruzione, so they never forget who they lost to? I don't know who that is. Mike Eruzione? I don't know who that... I don't really know much about the space race stuff. So they never forget who they lost to. Who was that? Mm. 1980s Olympics, we beat the Soviets. Oh, hockey. Right. Well, what about this thing? What is this? What's this, like, fist? Can I just put a fist? This is such a hard stopping point for me. I need to at least get these matchbooks up and running. I want to be able to jump into all that airport stuff tomorrow. Alright, I'll bite. And you know what? This can change. Just for now, I'll bite and do the hammer and sickle. Where's that one where it's kind of... This one's kind of good. Let me see. Have you ever had Leninade? The tagline for Leninade is "Get hammered and sickled." X, B, delete, scale. I guess it would just be massive like that. Red's pretty obvious. Yellow. I've heard of it. I don't know. When I was a kid, I thought the KGB were so fascinating. I had that KGB shirt. One time I was in high school, I was wearing my KGB shirt. Man, the Soviets were intense. Yeah, they were. I was wearing my KGB shirt in line for lunch one day. I was like a freshman in high school. And, oops. And this guy came over to me and he said... I forgot what he said exactly, but he called me a Nazi. He used the word Nazi. In referring to me, saying I was a Nazi. He's like, "Oh, you think that's cool? You think it's cool being a Nazi?" Or something like that. And I remember just standing there and I'd be like, I didn't even know what to say with him, and he walked away all fast. Like, I can tell that he was even kind of nervous confronting me about it, because he just said the thing and then he like walked away. And then I just remember being like, oh damn, like that dude has no idea what this what this is. Like, I already at that time had very little idea what it was, but it was like, I know it's not a fucking Nazi symbol. Very bright. Maybe I can invert this and change it back to multiply. What if I did both? What if I did both? Screen, invert it, and then like, whoa, how big is this thing? What the fuck? Oh, there we go. Reminds me of McDonald's. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. That isn't why I was staying away from this, but like, I don't, you know, it's just the Soviets are already like a cliche, like not a cliche, but like it's already such a cartoony thing, you know, it's been so cartoonified culturally that if I'm making a spy game and I do this, you know, it's just like, that's why I wanted something not even more like it wasn't necessarily like something I wanted. Come on, Steven, words. I didn't want something that was subtle necessarily, but I wanted something that wasn't so pastiche. No. Maybe cliche is the right word. I feel like there's another word that's like original thought, stereotype. There's this one word that kind of means like the obvious answer. You know, this is the obvious answer. Like, what is the not obvious answer? I'm gonna try the bear thing. Let's try the like bears, vodka, the cold. And chess. I think you should step outside the box and go space race with Russia. But then doesn't that date it? When was space race years? Soviets made 4 kills between 1969 and 1972. Launchpad explosion, 1969. When the space race had begun with Sputnik's launch in 1957. I guess. That's not bad, because that is, you know what? Okay. That's a good call. Frank, because like I do mostly associate the space race with the late 60s, like the end of the 60s. You know, basically the big successes. But I guess, yeah, if like, you know, even the fucking, whatchamacallit, this Sputnik 1 thing, that was in 57. But I know, yeah, I think it was before, because I don't really think of satellites as a part of the space race. I think of like man in space, you know, landing on the moon or even just in orbit. So, but I guess it really was a part of their identity. So I am down to try something with that. So like, what about like Soviet space clip art? We were building up to that before the 60s. Right. Like this one's pretty good. I keep seeing this. And what about this? This Intercosmos? Ooh, Scoozy. Or could even just do Sputnik, right? Like this. Like these are pretty good, actually. Let's try like a Sputnik 1 clip art. This is pretty good right here. What is this whole thing? Intercosmos? Is that their space agency? The Intercosmos design is pretty awesome. It is, right? Isn't this pretty cool? Soviet Union's allies with crude and uncruciated this program. First flight started in April 1967. That's a pretty hard dating for that one. It's nice too because it didn't have very many colors. Since matchbooks, I want the matchbooks to be sort of bitonal. Okay, let's try search Google for image. No others, huh? Here we go, visually similar. All right. How about just a space race clip art? Could just do that Sputnik one. Wonder what colors would be good. Red and blue. Or red and that like light red kind of salmon-y color. I see that getting coupled a lot with like tan. Okay, I'll use these colors. I'll put Sputnik in there. All right, let's grab Sputnik. Oh, no. There we go. I like this one. Fucking hammer and sickle. All right. Levels. There we go. Smart object. I guess we can keep it smart. Oh no, you know what? Rasterize and delete this. There we go. Is there a Russia-centric Earth clip art? Russia. This looks like it could work, this one. Alright, I'll just take it. Cool. Or should Sputnik be inverted? Yeah, like that. All right. Something like that. And let's see. And maybe you can say something like, something about history. History is kind of another way of looking at memories, making. Could just put something as simple as making history. History of the people's history, something like that. History of the people. Okay. Gonna try this. White. Is this what I put in? The motherland. Yep. I hate this default font, and it's actually a pain in the ass getting other language fonts. Oh, holy shit, really? Some of these actually worked? I like, oh, here we go, some of them actually do. Arial's fine. Bond shift actually looks okay. I might go with bond shift. Calibri. Actually, Calibri's perfect. Calibri is fucking perfect. This is, actually, it's kind of not. Let me see. The thing is, actually, yeah, there we go. Have you seen Chernobyl? The HBO series? Glory to the motherland. Onward for the motherland. History for the motherland. History for. History of the people. Right. So it's kind of like. Motherland. Let's see. Glory to. The motherland. Could just put that, right? Maybe that's a better thing to put. I haven't. I've heard of it though. I'll have to check it out. I'm loving the Sputnik, dude. Right? Isn't that coming out pretty chill? But yeah. Do they put it in all caps? Let me see. Glory to the motherland. Is that all? Would I put that one word? There we go. All caps. There we go. You should definitely check out Chernobyl. Super good. Super duper good. The reason I brought it up is because I remember I was watching it. Let me see if we can even find this. Let me see, like Chernobyl, HBO title cards. Yeah, look at this fucking typeface. I remember this just standing out to me so much. I was just in love with this typeface. And they have all these title cards in it. It just looks so good. And then I remember there's some other things that I was watching at the time where I was also looking for title cards that kind of had interesting typefaces like this. But what I really love in this one is just look at how this just like 1982. Look how dope 1982 looks in this typeface. Like that just looks good. That's how 1982 should be written out, or like 19. I feel like its 80s is pretty good for this. 1980, 84. Alright. Like a super depressing Wes Anderson, right? Oh yeah, it's very depressing. Yeah, shows at Bummersville, USA. Super funny because or not funny. Super interesting because, damn, where am I gonna put this? Oh, they're totally about that sideways shit. Boom, that's it. There it is. That's us right there. They love that sideways shit. When the pandemic started happening, I immediately thought of Chernobyl, because a lot of the story of Chernobyl is in the government suppressing the reality of things to save face, to maintain an image. And that is so what happened in the pandemic. And I was just like, fuck, man. Like, I can't believe people are doing this. And you're just like yelling at people when you're watching it. Chernobyl, just like, you motherfuckers, just admit to what, or just say the reality of it. Without acknowledging the reality of it, you're just gonna fuck things up even more. So then when that was happening in real life with a virus instead of radiation, it was like, oh my god, there's gonna be an HBO miniseries of this happening like 50 years from now, or actually probably like 5 years from now. And people are gonna be having that same reaction that they did when they watched Chernobyl. This matchbook, I think I'll change the red. What if I changed it to something like this? No. This red is good, but I just don't want two matchbooks that are red. Under an oppressive government, they can't let their people see them in crisis. Yeah. Yeah. They're like, no, we are gods. We are infallible. We are, unstoppable. The moment any weakness is shown. Oh, God. Okay. Very frustrating. One of the most frustrating things to watch. If I can't... Again, this is one of those situations where it's like the obvious answer is to make it red. The leader has to appear to be the only one capable of fixing it. Right. Exactly. What if this was yellow? Ugh. Or what if it was red and yellow? Red's probably just the right answer, huh? What if I make it like... Oh. I guess I could... Then maybe the same thing with this. Does that work? You have to keep the red. Does this work though? This is kind of keeping the red, right? It's like you're right, I do. That is right. When I think of a color for Soviet Russia, I automatically think exactly, same here. Same here. I'm just trying to think of a different way to implement red. Alright, I'm gonna try making this color overlay. I think I can kind of get on board with that. Let's see. Soviet propaganda print. That was their goal all along for making the Earth red. Right. Make the Earth red. That was their goal all along. It's so funny because like that's exactly what went through my mind a second ago. I was like, oh yeah, like they want Earth to represent. I'm glad we're on the same page about that. The only thing that's bugging me out is like, I like. Here, how about this? Oh. There we go. I dig that. Yes, I very much dig that. Okay. If there's any other color, maybe I could change this to... You know, honestly, this could even be... That's the one, right? We're getting closer, right? This could be that tan color too. I'm not crazy about this black just yet. Oops. But I think I'm on the right path. Black and red has an 80s vibe. Yeah, black just feels too modern here, and it's also expensive. I haven't voiced this yet, but I am constantly thinking about the printing price of these matches and where the matches come from. Somewhere in DC, they could be extravagant and make some really outrageous matchbook, like the Tiki Bar one, with all sorts of colors and shit, tons of detail. Morocco and Moscow, I feel like they wouldn't spend very much money on, you know, extravagant matches. Maybe Moscow might. Okay, so what do we got here? That tan one. I could try a different shade of that tan color. I think I honestly just need to copy and paste one of these because let's see. Kind of like that. The one before black. Yeah. There we go. Oops. That one, huh? That is it. Yeah. That's it. I just hate having to use this black texture, paper texture. Can I make it? Oops, wrong one. I should call it a night. Take care. Frank, thanks for the input. I'm feeling pretty good with where this is right now. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Yeah, I think this works. But yeah, have a very good night. Glad to have had you here. Enjoyed your company very much. Hopefully catch you tomorrow. Looking forward to hearing how the nav mesh agent stuff goes. See if you get that asset. I might join you guys. Maybe grab it, do some tests with it or something. Talk to you soon, man. Have a good night. Is this the black one? Yeah. I guess I can lower it. That's not bad. Okay. Cool. So, right. Front. Delete. Turn that off. And delete that. Delete that. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's right. I do need to save this. Moscow. Let's see. Moscow textures. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's throw these in the game. Front of matches, we'll save this. PNG. What do I call the other ones? Front of Matchbook. Moscow. That's the front. Oops. And here's the back. Ping. Back of Matchbook. Here we go. And environment. The Isaac. What's up, the Isaac? Is this a stamp for Alien World? Yeah, may as well be. It's a stamp for, this is the matchbook for Moscow. And all of their pride and glory behind the space race. So I'm about to throw in this matchbook so we can meet our sources in Moscow. Not in environment, but in items. Need to make a new folder. New folder 06_Moscow. How's it going, the Isaac? What are you up to? The items we have in here are, we'll grab all these. duplicate. Oh, duplicate. Oh boy. Okay. I think these are all right. And then drop these into Moscow. Okay. I'm gonna rename these Moscow. And this one too. Instead of this, actually, I don't know why I did those. Delete those. And then taking Moscow, these boys. Ooh, scoozy. Back of Matchbook. Did I just import? Oh fuck, I didn't want to import the PSD. There we go. Back gets back. Front gets front. Open the Moscow Matchbook. And change this to back. And this to front. There we go. Oops. Oh Christ. There we go. Okay. Alright, they're looking alright. They're looking good. Nice. Great. Moscow Matchbook complete. Now, gotta go to character, NPC. Oh. NPC. Scene. And source signal routines. Moscow, cool. Moscow signals is what we need. We'll put a start FSM in there. Pathor says, hey, with a smiley face and a smiley face with glasses. What's up, Pathor? How's it going? How are you doing? Copying component. Paste component is new. Come on. Moscow signals. And then gonna put that in here. Cool. Got that all set up. Let's go into Moscow signals. And let's check through this FSM really quick. In here, we'll call this call it Moscow Matchbook, because I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put them yet. Should it be I shouldn't name it that, actually. Let's see, it has cafe, flowers, clothes. I guess it could be at a cafe. They're all shops. They're all there. could be. Bob Hammer. I do not know what you're saying. Sorry, Bob Hammer. I have no idea what any of that says. I think I can go to this for inspiration. Let's see. Could be like a what could it be? What could it be? All right, what are we saying here? What are we saying? Oops. Uh-huh. Bob Hammer, I do not know what you're saying. I guess it could be like a diner of some sort, a restaurant somewhere. I guess it could be a restaurant. Let's call it Moscow diner, cafe, I guess. Restaurant. Well, let me see. Howdy, Rusty, Frank, Isaac, Path, and Bob. I think Frank and Rusty are gone. And Pranshu Ranjan says, "Hey, dude, your energy level is superb." Is it? I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. I am hitting that 3.5 hour mark. And I just want to finish these bits up, but thank you for saying anything of mine is superb. How you doing? What brings you here? Suddenly, a lot of folk are popping in. I feel like a bunch of people just dropped into the chat. Let's see. Okay. We're calling this Moscow restaurant. We're going with that. All right. Bob is actually trying to teach you in the comments. Tease you in the comments. Oh, what is he saying? I have no idea what he's speaking, what language he's speaking. I just got through Pikmin 3 and I want to sink my teeth into the side content when I get the chance. Oh shit, you know, I haven't played Pikmin in years. I never even played the second one, but I really enjoyed the first one. And that's a game I've been wanting to come back to. It's such a fascinating game, such a strange concept. So, like, it's very, very different, and that's what's amazing about it, is that there's not anything else that's quite like it. Okay, we're gonna call this Moscow Restaurant. And go in here. I will not speak, it's vulgar. Oh, is it? Is Bob being inappropriate or mean? Is it worth telling somebody like that they should not speak that way? I guess the question is, Pranchu, would you want somebody like Bob in your chat, or would you tell them to leave? The Isaac says, I hadn't played the other two, but Arlo convinced me to get it anyway. Wow, so you had no experience with Pikmin, but you really like this one. I do, man, I have no idea what the third one even has in store for me. What is it for? Is it for like Switch or something? Okay, so create package, we're gonna go and drop in our Moscow Matchbook. Ban Bob. It seems that way. It seems like he's kind of being, if he's being a jerk. Let's see. Can I do that? Report. Harassment or bullying. Choose one. Harassing me. Report. Report Bob Hammer. Okay. It was on Wii U, but they ported to Switch last year. Oh, nice. That's good. Because I was going to say, like, I don't have any consoles except for the Switch. I guess I have a DS and a PSP that are, you know, those are all, like, locked in a drawer somewhere. But the only console I have here at my apartment is, well, actually, I have this. Check this out. One of these Retroid Pocket. This thing's pretty rad. It's kind of crazy because I even play Steam games on it. Like, I played Counter-Strike on this. Imagine playing Counter-Strike on this. And it runs just fine because it's just streaming from, like, my local. Yeah, very strange. But I only have a Switch otherwise. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Oh my god, I have the Retroid Pocket 2. What do you play on your Retroid Pocket 2? I have a Retroid Pocket 2 as well. I just started playing Earthbound. Bro, I bet you if I loaded this up right now, the game, because I actually been turning it off to like save battery. I used to just put it on sleep all the time, but then it kept dying on me so quick. But that's what I was playing. That's what I play most on this right now, playing Earthbound. Playing a ton of Earthbound on that. Right now, I just got to Happy Happy Village. But yo, is your Earthbound crashing on you? On your Retroid Pocket 2? Because, like, there's been multiple times where that shit crashed on me, and I was like, this seems kind of weird for Earthbound to be crashing. Why don't you make specific topic-based tutorials? I mean, I might do that in the future, but like I feel like, you know, it's kind of like I'm not sure I know what you mean by specific topic, but I guess if this helps answer that question at all, I don't like to make tutorials about something that's like super specific. Like when somebody says, hey, teach me to make Fallout. It's just like, what do you even mean by that? You know, like I'll teach you how to do things that will lead up to you being able to make your own game that is like Fallout in some capacity. But like, yeah, I won't teach somebody like sort of something crazy specific like that. And I need to teach things in chunks because I feel like that's a more valuable thing to put out into the world. Okay, so we're gonna change this mail stamp, which is right. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Mail stamp Morocco, mail stamp Moscow. Here we go. Okay. Also, I'm gonna do this. Collapse all components. I might want to look into the retroid thing. It looks cool. Oh, it's a nifty fucking little thing. I'll recommend it in some capacity if you have the cash to throw at it. No problems on Earthbound. Never crashed on me. I just finished beating the Pizza Hut section. The Pizza Hut section? The Pizza Hut section? Pizza Hut. Moscow restaurant. Okay, okay. Yeah. Alright. I'll call this a restaurant right here. The arcade with the boy gang and police. I thought it was a Pizza Hut. Never mind. Oh, right. It's the arcade. The arcade. Yeah. Right. Why? But there's so many things that I would associate Earthbound with, and pizza is definitely one of them. So I can't blame you for construing Pizza Hut with it somehow. Okay, grouping. I guess I'll call this Moscow restaurant. I've been watching a lot of Simple Flips lately and might want to get into Mario 64 modding. Ooh boy. That sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't really know too much about the world of modding, but that does sound kind of nutty. What is Simple Flips? It sounds like maybe a YouTube channel for Mario 64 mods. Mechalina also asks, Isaac, what's a Simple Flips? Simple. Can I just drag and drop this in here? Okay, cool. Oh, no. But I need to... but that's gonna, like, go away, huh? Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's cool. He plays a lot of Mario 64 mods. Of course. I don't know how I feel about this setup You know what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna delete how do I make it so this is, let me see. Okay, rad. Group selected, nice. One side of gum shops, 2. And then put this in there as well. Delete that. Okay, so there we go. Now things aren't all inverted and weird. Cool. Moscow restaurant is this place. My goodness. Will I finally get this right on my first try? Create folder, Moscow, Morocco. I'm honestly just gonna duplicate this, put it in Moscow. Call it this, put this there. Cool. And duplicate it a bunch. 3 seats is fine. Open this up. Sit here. Moscow restaurant. All right. And let's make sure this shit is walkable. Alrighty. So far, so good. Okay. Navigation, walkable. Cool. Not walkable. Let's bake it, cowboy. Turn gizmos on. Cool. Is this what our nav mesh looks like? Okay, they can get through the doors. Alright, alright. Looks good to me. Where do they spawn in Moscow, though? Moscow spawn points. And then civilian spawn points. And agent spawn points. Okay, so let's maybe scooch them over. Right here. Ooh, maybe even move them up. Okay. Will he finally do it? Fingers crossed. Let's see. Game manager. Turning NPC builder on. And let's fire this some bitch up. And we won't even fly over there. We're just gonna see. Actually, I guess we do have to go over there eventually. Okay, let's turn off gizmos. Alright, boys spawned. Got a boy walking. Looking good so far. Let's meet him over there. Or actually, I forgot. I always forget. Hold on, what is my... Oh, let's do a spawn item right now. Okay. Alright, do we have 6 boxes over there? I think we do. I think this is Moscow. Yes, it is. Got our Moscow one. Taking it out. There it is. There's our Moscow matchbook. Looking good. Alright, taking that with us. Player warp 5. Okay. It's gonna be up here. Nice, he's actually sitting down. Cool. Alright. Come on. Light his cig. There's our photo. It's pretty dark out. Let's see. Hang on. Can I use my fire to... This dude is in DC, I bet. I think this guy is in DC at the library. Or this picture was taken at the library. Okay, so player warp 0. Library, or he's probably not there anymore. But we can look for him. I think he's over there. I think that's him. Pop him. Player warp 5. Alright. And I got it my first fucking time. Finally. Finally. First time, and this is the last time I even need to do it. So I learned my lesson by the end of it all. Agency room 2. Password is 2521. This is just always my little consultation. Or not consolation, I'm sorry. Consolation prize? Is that what it is? 2521. You're literally a pro now. Oh yeah. Some might even say I'm a kilo pro. There it is. Gotcha. The Hutong man. It's funny because I think, isn't that like back alley or is it like a cart thing? Anyways, I fucking did it. That was the goal for today. At 3.5 hours, I'm calling the stream for tonight. But I'll be back tomorrow. Now that all of our quests and signals are good to go, I am gonna try my damnedest to just get a functioning version of this airport going. Yeah, I think it's the little alley hoods in Beijing. Right. Okay, so we're looking good. Game is on a good trajectory right now. So, oh my god, yeah. Okay, nice. There's so much to do. All right, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who swung by today. Mechalina, glad to have you here. I don't know who else is in the chat right now. Frank and Rusty already split. Yeah, I'll catch y'all in the Discord if you want to say what's up. Always swing by the Discord, share what you're working on. If you need help with stuff, got a good little community of folks willing to help each other out. But otherwise, yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow on the stream. I'm gonna start earlier than usual because there's lots to do. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'll post a little at everybody in the Discord. All right, get some good rest. Eat something healthy. Take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. Don't do too many drugs. And remind everybody around you who loves you that you love them too. Unless you don't, then don't say that. Just be good. Just putting that out there. And hoping I receive some of it in return. Oh my god, I need love. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Good night.